what that is. Lesson 42, number 10. Oh, we get to just evaluate this. Secant is the reciprocal of who? Oh, this one's cute. Hey, and this is one that Cameron wanted too. So let me ask Cameron. Secant is the reciprocal of which one? Sine or cosine? Cosine? Yes. Yeah. So cosine and secant go together. And do you guys, maybe we need to turn these into, let's turn these into, does anyone remember how many degrees pi over 4 is?
Pi over 4 equals 45 degrees.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, we know pi over 4, because remember 2 pi, well, 2 pi is all the way around, right? 2 pi and 360 are the same thing. 1 pi and 180 are the same thing. So, yeah, pi over 4 is 45. Okay, so 13 pi over 6. So the way I like to do it,
so it's pi over 6 times 13.
yeah, you could say it's pi. Oh, that's a cute way to do it. You could just say it's pi over 6 times 13. And we all know pi over 6 is how many degrees?
Pi over 6 is 30. So that's
30.
So that's 390.
Oh, that's 390. So I don't, well, okay.
Basically 30.
So it's once around plus 30 more. So it's really, isn't it just it's the same thing as sine of 30 though, isn't it? Because 390 is coterminal with 30. Okay, so that's nice. And then 8 pi over 3, I kind of like the way you said it, Alec. You're just like, well, isn't that pi over 3 times 8? Well, we know pi over 3 is 60. 6 times 8 is 48, so is it negative 480? Well, if it's negative 480, can we take some 360s off it and make it... Okay, what's 480 minus 360? 480. Oh, okay. So that would be negative 120. Okay, so that kind of makes it a little easier. Now, I'm just going to be careful when I go around that I go around in the right direction when I'm going around. So secant of 45, I can just find out what cosine of 45 is and I can flip it upside down. So cosine of 45, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, 1 root 2. It's root 2 over 2. So, wait, let's do it like this though. If it's adjacent over hypotenuse, it's 1 over root 2. But when I flip it upside down, it's root 2 over 1. You know what I mean? Then I don't have the extra 2's in there. Because if I say it's root 2 over 2, then I flip it, I have 2 over root 2, and then I have to go like this. Times root 2, and then I go 2 root 2 over 2, and then it ends up being root 2 anyway. Yeah, so I'm just going to say if it's 1 over root 2, then its reciprocal is root 2 over 1, which is root 2. And we got that because secant, we knew secant and cosine go together because Cameron told us that. Sine of 30, isn't sine of 30 a half? But am I sure? Yes, I'm pretty sure that sine of 30 is a half. Okay. And then cosine of negative 120, negative 120. So that's negative 180. Negative 120 is in here somewhere. Okay, calculus. So I need cosine. Cosine is going to be negative down here. And I got a minus sign already there, so it's probably going to go minus negative. It's going to turn positive. 120, so that's 180. That's 60 degrees right there. right? And then, so we're gonna say, if that's 60, wait, that's root 3, then that's 1 and that's 2? Because that means that's 30. Okay, so, and what is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse, so 1 over root 2. Wait, I mean 1 over 2. Hey! Is that right? But it's negative, so it's minus a negative, so it's plus. So these go away, and I end up with root 2. Did anybody else get that? You're saying, mm-hmm. It's right. Did you get that, Cameron? Did you get all that? That was lesson 42, number 10. We ended up with just plain old root 2, and it's on YouTube in case you need to look at it again.